Welcome back to Our Lady Rose. My name is Jess, and last week I shared about what we use for language arts, how I have managed to streamline it after spending hundreds of dollars on various different resources. I really wanted to talk today about what I did with my children before they reached the age of 6, and also what I continued to do with a very reluctant reader. So all I used was just a book with no lines in this one, and just picture books that we had on the shelf already. So you really don't need much, and I just really want to stress that to parents, because I think when you enter the homeschooling realm, it can feel very overwhelming, and you get this sense of needing to buy things in order to, I guess, achieve your goal, and especially when it's all new. And I just really want I want families to know that that's not the case. You don't really need to do all those extra things and spending extra money. So I just wanted to show this is my son's work. What we would do with him is that he would read a book to me, and depending on what book he'd picked, what kind of level it was at, and how long it was, sometimes I would read a page and then he would read the next page. Other times he reads a sentence and then I read the next sentence. And that was also helping him to kind of recognize when a sentence had finished, to look at the periods, the question marks. And that was part of what I did with him. And then we would just get his notebook, and he would just do a picture and some copywork. And sometimes we would write down, if we would remember, we'd write down the author and the illustrator, and we'll talk about that as well. As we were going through the books, we would talk about, how the pictures were created, whether or not they were painted or if they were drawn, the color schemes that they would use. So that was our way of teaching him. And that method worked really well because it gave him the opportunity to have a bit of control over his homeschooling. He was the one picking the book off the shelf. We could get all the needs met, which is really important. So that was something that I wanted to share. And then other than that, for those just those blank books that you can just pick up from like Kmart or the art store, we also use them for just extra things that we're learning. So this one's pretty well just for their MSL. It takes about 10-15 minutes a day, and they just use the lined book for that one. And then this book is used for kind of different subjects that we're learning. So I'm just having a quick look. So this was part of our history. I'll do a read aloud for history. We actually use Story of the World, and the children really enjoy it. And then just depending on the day, I might get them to get their book out, and depending on their age level as to how much they actually do. Sometimes, when they were younger, I would write for them. They would narrate to me and I would write, and then they would do a picture and then maybe just copy out the title. And then as they've gotten older, they've been writing more. And then obviously my eldest is writing paragraphs now. And so any kind of topic that we're learning about can really go in here. And we just try and add into this book. We try and add in pretty regularly. But once again, like as I said before, as long as this is done daily, I'm happy. This is extra. And also this is kind of the work that we keep. So when we learnt about festivals in India, and then sometimes they will also do like a picture from, like if we're reading about a particular, just a read aloud, a fictional read aloud that they're really enjoying, I might get them to add something in from the read aloud, which is a lot of fun. And these books, they're just so great. We actually do look back on their earlier books, and it's a lot of fun to look through. We don't necessarily keep our composition notebooks. This is just more, to get the work done, and just so we have that to show at the end of the year when they come out and do our homeschooling review. And then after that, I actually leave it up to the children if they'd like to keep that notebook or to recycle it. But the other journals are definitely ones that they love to keep. So yeah, just really wanted to share that with you. I also have like our favorite, I guess, picture books as well. So I'll show them. These are some of our favorite books that we have collected over the years. A lot of them are a lot of fun, also have beautiful meanings, and we've had some really in-depth conversations after quite a few of them as well. And yeah, just being able to pick up a book and create, I guess, a curriculum for that week based on your child's favorite book. It's a lot of fun. There's so many different things that you can do. It's really important just to give it a go and get creative. Night of the Moon Jellies is one of our absolute favorites. Yeah, so just really wanted to share some books with you that have really, I guess, impacted my children's childhood. And yeah, ones to keep a lookout for in an op shop or even from the library. The library is a really good place. Home in the Woods is a great one for other families who are renovating as well. That one's a really beautiful book. One of my books that I forgot to mention that I really feel like needs a bit of a mention right now, Lunch at 10 Pomegranate Street. This one is so beautiful if you do love books that share recipes. We have tried most of the recipes in this book. We haven't finished them all. And as you go along, you get to learn about different countries as well. So that's how we used this book. So I guess what I'm really trying to convey to you is you really don't have to spend a lot of money on curriculum. You can create a curriculum based around your own family's needs. And, you know, if you've already got something that's like a core, like what we use with our language arts book, then everything else is an enrichment and it's things that we enjoy. And just being able to pick up a book and like Lentil, for example, we had so much fun learning how to play the harmonica and also trying to eat lemons, which is in this book as well. But as you're reading, you will get to you get to kind of see where the book can take you and be very spontaneous with the activities that you can come up with while you're reading it. Yeah, so just to allow that, I guess, spontaneity to come through and opportunities to learn and grow together. Anyway, I really hope that video has helped. And if you have any questions at all, please pop them down in the comments and I can definitely follow up with your questions. And yeah, hope you have a really wonderful day and I will be seeing you all soon.